Hey, what's up guys? Jerry here, and today I'll be talking about Greymane. Kind of a walkthrough, in my opinion, on what the potential that Greymane has, his ins and outs, his pros and cons, and etc. Greymane, after it came out earlier this week, I believe it was on Tuesday, lots of games with him, against him, alongside him, as him, and kind of figured out like what are I can kind of distinguish the pros and cons between what he's good at and what he's not. So Greymane, a guy who can shapeshift out of range and melee, has a lot of burst potential. Doesn't really have any outs. Doesn't really have any escapes or like defensive talents or cooldowns, whatever. Definitely crazy burst. I believe that's where he shines. There are heroes that augment him pretty well, and heroes that go with him pretty well, and there are heroes that counter him pretty well. As picking him as, if I were to put in a tier level, like up there with like Tyrande and Kael'thas right now, probably not. He kind of plays sort of like a Sonya, I want to say, in my opinion. Like a Sonya, if you have breathing room, you just dish out so much damage, and it's the same thing as Greymane. There's not really a hero out there in the Heroes of the Storm hero pool right now that are like Greymane. It's pretty crazy. So, for pros, I would say pretty good burst damage, pretty good unpredictability, and that's really key in high level tier Heroes of the Storm play. He has a lot of really like niche abilities such as hop in and organ form. He has a lot of ways to do it, a lot of ways to deal damage, different builds to go, and yeah, definitely unpredictable in my opinion. An unexpected burst too. He could be running away at one point, and then he can turn around and probably bring you from like 50% to 0 real quick. The fact that he's both a melee and a range kind of highlights the fact on objectives. He doesn't have to be, if you're fighting for the Immortal, he doesn't have to be hitting the Immortal in melee range. You can be shooting it from afar. So it allows the hero to have a lot more flexibility as far as positioning, and more so just to kind of get the feel for the hero. That's where it comes in, because there's no other hero out there who's can fulfill the role as a melee and a range assassin. So some cons. What I've noticed is that even though he does a buttload of burst, he really needs a team behind him. He can't, like Sonya, you can't hop in and expect to live anytime past like 5 seconds. It's like mentality when when Greymane's going to jump in, you're going to get turned on pretty quick by the enemy team. So he definitely is a quote-unquote cleanup style type of assassin. Works well with like Abathur. Abathur is a really good ally if you're going to play Greymane. Works well with Myrddin, Tyrande, Kael'thas. Really good follow-ups. He's like one of the perfect, in my opinion, one of a great follow-up hero after a stun, because he can dish out so much damage. And yeah. So I believe, like if we're talking Greymane and where he stands in the competitive scene, I haven't seen too many great Greymanes lately. It's just, the meta right now, I've been ranting about it, it's just a whole bunch of stuns. There's no really like creativity or mechanical, like different mechanics or strategies. It's just stun a hero and kill him. I believe skilled players can really bring out the most potential. I believe I still believe the hero has a lot of potential. And yeah, I can't wait to see him in the pro scene, especially in those tournaments, how those teams can kind of bring out stuff that we haven't seen ever. So yeah, just a quick video, an overview of Greymane and my opinion on him. Thanks again for watching. Again, this is Jay Ree signing in for the _movement. I'll post another video tomorrow, so I'll see you guys then. Peace.